I'm starting with the topic electrolysis from the chapter electrochemistry. So first we all have to know what is electrolysis. We all have learned electrochemical cells where we said that it is a cell which converts chemical energy into electrical energy, and now we have come to electrolysis. So electrolysis is the just opposite of electrochemical cell, or electrolysis can be defined as the process where electrical energy is used to derive non-spontaneous chemical reactions. And electrolytic cell can further be defined as the cell which converts electrical energy into chemical energy. So it is just opposite of electrochemical cell. So here you can define all these questions. What is electrolyte? Electrolyte is a solution which dissociate into ions, and these ions, when they move to opposite electrodes, and they make the process electrolysis. What is the difference? I have already stated the difference between electrochemical cell and electrolytic cell. What is oxidation? Oxidation is the loss of electrons. What is reduction? Reduction is gain of electrons. What is anode? What is cathode? So anode and cathode are just opposite in both the cases. In electrochemical cell, anode was negative terminal and cathode was positive terminal. But in electrolytic cell, they are just opposite. In electrolytic cells, anodes are positive terminals and cathodes are negative terminals. Anodes are the terminals where anions migrate, and cathodes are the terminals where cations migrate. So it is just opposite. Now we will define the two laws of electrolysis which were given by Michael Faraday. So this is the first law. First law of electrolysis states that the amount of any substance deposited or liberated at any electrode is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passed through the electrolyte. So if we pass more electricity, more amount of substance will be deposited, and if we pass less electricity, less will be deposited. So this is the formula. W is equals to Z into Q. W is the weight, Q is the charge. It can be elaborated as I into T, current into time. The term Z here is the proportionality constant, and it is known as electrochemical equivalent. To define electrochemical equivalent, we can say that it is the amount of substance deposited when 1 ampere current flows through a solution for 1 second. That weight is known as electrochemical equivalent. 1 Faraday. Definition of 1 Faraday. 1 Faraday means charge present on 1 mole electron. So if we multiply Avogadro's number with charge on 1 electron, we can get the value of 1 Faraday, which is equal to 96485 coulomb per mole, or we can approximately tell that it is equal to 96500 coulomb. Now let us take one question. How much charge is required for the following processes? 1 mole of Al3 positive ions to Al. Here you can see that 3 electrons are involved. So directly we can come to the conclusion that 3 electrons means 3 Faraday current is 3 Faraday charge is involved in this process, and we can calculate it by multiplying 3 into 96500 coulombs. In the second example, 2 electrons are involved, so the charge is 2 Faradays. In the third one, the oxidation number changes from +7 to +2. So 5 electrons are involved and the charge is 5 Faraday. Here is another question, another numerical related to the first law of electrolysis. So here time is given, current is given, we have to calculate the mass. So if we know the current and time, we will get to know the charge. So we have calculated here the charge is 900 coulombs, and for each copper atom 2 electrons are involved, and 2 electrons means 2 Faraday charge. 2 Faraday charge will give mass equal to its molar mass. So molar mass of copper is 63.5, but the charge here is not 2 Faraday. The charge here is 900 coulomb. So by the unitary method we can calculate the weight, which has come out to be 0.296 grams. Now Faraday's second law of electrolysis. Faraday's second law of electrolysis states that if same quantity of charge is passed through different electrolytic solutions which are connected in series, the weights of the substances deposited at the electrodes are directly proportional to their chemical equivalent weights. So we can take this example. If there are two solutions, copper sulfate and silver nitrate, which are connected in series, the weight of copper upon weight of silver is equal to equivalent weight of copper upon equivalent weight of silver. And equivalent weight we can calculate by dividing the molar mass by the charge of that ion. This is one question for the second law. Here there are three solutions ABC, zinc sulfate, silver nitrate and copper sulfate. If 1.5 ampere current is passed through all of them because they are connected in series, so they receive same current, 1.45 grams of silver was deposited. So we will take the example for silver. Here 1 electrons are involved, so the charge is 1 Faraday. So 1 Faraday will produce 108 grams. This is the molar mass. But here the weight is 1.45. So we can calculate the charge, which is 1295.6 coulomb. So after knowing the charge, uh, we will calculate the time because we also know the current. So this is the time. How long did the current flow? The time was asked in the question. Now, if the same charge is flowing through other two solutions also, how much copper and zinc will be deposited? So, charge flowing is 129.6 coulombs. We know that for copper, 2 Faraday will give its molar mass, that is 63.5. So, 1295.6 coulomb will give this much, 0.426 grams of copper. And similarly, we can calculate for zinc also. So, these were the numericals which were asked on Faraday's first law and second law. So we can also solve these two questions also. How much charge in Faraday is required for reduction of 1 mole of Al3 positive into 1 mole of aluminium? So this is already done because plus 3 charge, 3 electrons are involved. So the answer is C in this case. Second question, what mass of calcium is collected on cathode when 1 Faraday of electricity is passed through it? So we know that calcium is having charge plus 2. So plus 2 Faraday, plus 2 means 2 Faraday. 2 Faraday will give molar mass 40, which is equal to 40 for calcium. But here the charge is 1 Faraday, so half. So mass we will get 20. So the answer for this question is B, that is 20. So thank you.